Alright guys, I'm working on a train package unit. Just here to check this. They had some intermittent issues. They said one day it got up to about 80 degrees in the house. Worked for several days and then it did it again. Said when they would bump the thermostat down it would come on. So it could be a thermostat issue, I'm not sure. Could be a blower issue. Could be a charge issue. So we're going to check it out. I'll run back here and check the temperature split on it real quick. And I'm going to just check it right here at the unit to begin with anyway. Usually on an initial check I'll just pop that screw out of this. This is the supply side of this package unit. Pop that screw out and stick my probe in there. That airflow is coming through here, and I'll do the same thing on the other side to get my return temperature on the return side of this unit. It's 74 in the house. I got here, it was set on 74. It's reading 74. Our temperature's dropping down pretty good. But I want to get that return because, I mean, our actual return in the house is in the ceiling. All the supply registers are in the floor. So this should be an accurate, pretty accurate return temperature when I get it. Sometimes if the return's down by the floor, it pulls some of that supply air across the floor. So we're at 56, getting ready to be 55. So based on the indoor temperature, we're almost at a 20-degree split on this thing. And it's a 2011 model, so it's 12 years old. And this is going to be the return side of this system. So, see what kind of return air we're getting. And then that evaporator coil in this unit sits right in here, so that air gets pulled into return. And it's obviously a package unit. Pulled through here, then it goes through the coil, and then back through the heat exchanger area on the other side. Now this is a heat pump package unit, so there's no heat exchanger in it, just a set of heat strips. But same premise. The drain looks clogged. We'll flush that out. That water's sitting all the way up here at the top of this thing. It should be draining out right there, and there's nothing draining, so we'll take care of that. So we're at about an 18-degree drop on it. We'll check the pressures as well. But I think someone raised a concern about whether the blower was running or not running, and I just want to make sure we didn't have a situation where maybe it was freezing up and that's why they weren't getting any airflow. But we'll check the pressures on it. we're getting about a 133 over 315 right there. And 11 degrees superheat, 16 degrees subcooling. Subcooling sounds a little high, but it's these train package units, I've seen them run anywhere between 10 to 18 subcool. You gotta look in the box, but usually it's about 14. I'm not gonna be worried too much about the 16 I'm seeing right now. The split's good, so I don't think she has an issue with anything freezing up. So we're gonna test that blower motor real quick and run it through its paces and see what kind of motor is in there, and take it from there. So, alright guys, I was going to use a water hose to flush all this out, but her water outlet's turned off because she's got a water leak, so I've got this jug of water. I'm going to punch this brush through here. You gotta be careful with these brushes. They don't make, they're cheap as everything else too. You get it too far in there and get it stuck, the brush head will come off of it, and then that'll be in there. Now you got to cut the whole trap out. Then I'm gonna run this thing through here. We've got that water standing over there in the electrical compartment. So, alrighty. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all that nice juicy chicken salad right there. Yum yum, guys. That's why you get maintenance. Prevents having silly problems. So I'm going to run this through this pan because I want to make sure it drains from the pan all the way back out here. And it is. I would love to be able to shoot a garden hose through there and flush that thing out real good, but looks like the majority of it is out. What else is anything else? A little bit more crud. Yeah, that's some nice stuff right there, guys. That's like chicken pastry down in the south. Alright. Now I got to get the water out of that electrical compartment. So, alright guys, I'm going to turn the power back on. I also don't have an outlet anywhere close by to plug in my shop vac to get this water out of here. So I've got the old Widowmaker hooked up. And amateurs and DIY homeowners, do not try this at home. Call a professional, or make sure you got outlets close by that work. Anyway, so let's get this water vacuumed out of this thing. So before I get down there messing around with that water, I'm gonna try to get some of my cobwebs out of here first and work on that a little bit, and then I'll hit that water. Not trying to make it spotless. Just want to tidy it up a bit. The heat strips are still turned off at the breaker. See, I'll make a little hole right down in that insulation. There's water back inside here as well. And then I'm going to try to vacuum some of that out. Trying to suck the water out of the insulation that's back there. Alright guys, so I'm going to test this motor real quick. And it is a 16-pin variable speed. I'm going to use this little Zebra ECM motor tester. I can do the 16-pin variable speed. I can do the X13s with it. Just comes with an adapter based on what motor you're looking at. Obviously you can see that, so you know we have the 16-pin. And then where you plug, you just unplug that, plug your adapter from your tester back in there where this was plugged, connect it to 24 volts, common and R. It powers the tester. And now we're just gonna run it through some speeds and see what it does. I haven't used this in a while. Blue light lets you know you've got power right there. And then you just run it through your different speeds. And that's kind of how it goes. So each one of the adapters comes with a little label that you know what to do. So we're going to do the fan first. And she is coming on and running. So now you just run through your different speeds. Door was shutting off. So we're going to run through cooling 1 there. She is on and running. Turn that one back off. Motor has a little bit of a delay in some of these speeds, I think. I'm not sure. It had an off delay when I de-energized the Y and G out here earlier. It had about a minute and a half off delay. I'm assuming that's going to be coming from my ECM board up there. It goes for that motor. Built-in delay, off delay. But I'm bypassing that board with this, and I'm going straight to the motor. So in cooling speed 2, my light is not coming on. Oh, hold on, let me see. I'm still connected. Okay, just go to heat 1, see what happens. Runs in heat 1. There you go. For some reason the camera doesn't pick that light up very well. I'm going to turn that one off. We're going to run heat 2 right there. It's coming back on. Whatever reason, let me turn fan on, and then there's cool 2. I don't know why it doesn't pick that light up very well, but you can see it's on Alright, so the motor is coming on with a call for G and cooling 2. I'm going to turn fan off, but I'm going to leave it in cooling speed 2. And that light is on. I don't know why, for whatever reason, the camera doesn't pick it well. So now we're in cooling speed 2. Running. My switch might not have made a good connection the first time I put it in that speed. She's shutting back down. Let's try it one more time. There we go. The light's on. And I'm looking right at it. It's yellow. I don't know why it doesn't show up well on the camera, but it is on. And we're coming back on. So I've run this motor through all the speeds according to the chart for this motor and this tester, and it's coming on and it's running. So we'll get everything pinned back up. Alright guys, there's another test I want to do real quick. I want to see if this blower runs with just a call for Y, or does it have to have a call for G on this particular unit. Is the thermostat only sending G when the switch is turned on and not sending G when it's in regular cooling mode? I'm going to check that, but I just want to jump it here to see how it operates. So I'm going to do Y real quick. There's our compressor, our fan, and then there's our blower coming on. So this blower is going to run even with a call for Y or a call for Y and G. So if the thermostat's sending Y, I'm still going to get a blower. I don't know if it runs faster. Let's see what kind of CFM I've got real quick on my light. So I'm looking at that ECM board. There's a green light. It'll flash for your CFMs. One, two, three, four, five, 4. Now this has the enhanced profile on it. So I'm going to see if it ramps up. So it'll run that 50% speed for that first minute and a half. It's a 2-ton unit, so we're only looking for about 700-800 CFM. 5, 6, 7 and a half. We'll count it one more time. So it does have that delay profile in it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now it's running at 80%. So this has got that first minute and a half, it runs at 50% speed. The next 7 minutes, roughly, it runs at 80%, then it ramps up to 100. So it seems to be operating properly. We're going to energize G. And then I'm going to get that door back on there real quick before that coil starts to frost, because we're sucking air in from here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. So we're running about 750 CFM, 2-ton unit. That's perfectly fine, especially for dehumidification. So now let's cycle it from the thermostat and make sure everything works right. Alright guys, we got her back on at the thermostat. We've got airflow inside, and the biggest problem I found was the drain line being cleared and this unit being full of water. That motor has run through every test. This system's not under warranty anymore, but it ran every speed I asked. I hardly have ever found one of those boards bad. I think the one time I replaced one about 15 years ago, it still ended up being the motor. So very seldomly have I heard about those boards having a problem. Could be an intermittent issue with that motor, but it not being under warranty, that thing's going to be very expensive. And this lady's a little older, a little elderly, so I would rather not hit her up for that kind of money unless you know for a fact that's going to fix the problem. But it's been running the whole time I've been here. Airflow's fine, temperature split's good, refrigerant charge is good, motor runs in every speed. Just needed a quick drain line cleaning to get the water out of it. The module of the motor and everything are at the top. That water was at the bottom. I don't think any water would have gotten pulled all the way back around to the top and into that module on that motor. Not a 2-ton airflow. I don't think we would have had that much static to jerk water from the bottom to the top. But I'm gonna let it ride, and then I'm just gonna tell her if it happens again, don't turn it off. Leave the thermostat in a call for cooling. Leave it set where you've got it set. Don't touch it, and then we'll get over here and try to catch it in the act. But right now it seems to be running fine to me. All right, guys, appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, super thanks. You guys want to throw some super thanks in there, support the channel, appreciate it. And that money will add up, and we'll do something special with it. And yeah, I'm thinking of another giveaway, probably at 10,000 subscribers. If I decide to do it, there'll be an announcement video for that. So we'll think about it a couple of more days. But like, subscribe, appreciate you guys watching.